So bear with me. I'm about to connect the Great Migration, former Confederate states, and the Model T to what is happening in South Florida with this SB Bill 1718. Please bear with me. So, the Great Migration of African Americans from Confederate states up north and west happened between the 1910s and the 1970s. Approximately 6 million Black people moved. And obviously, they are moving because of the terrible treatment after Jim Crow or during Jim Crow. The 1910s is very important to understand because the end of slavery happened in the 1860s after the Civil War, right? But the Great Migration didn't happen until the 1910s because transportation was spotty. How Black people could move would only be during that time by foot or by train. Because during that time, by train was up and down because there was still Jim Crow. So, what happened in the 1910s? The Model T was introduced to the world in 1908. Understand that the affordability had to happen later. And by the time that Black people could afford it, it would have to be with aftermarket parts. So when the Model T became revolutionized and the process became streamlined, hold on. That happened in the 1920s. So the process was becoming streamlined. And the first Model T sold for $825. By 1925, the vehicles were selling for $260. But during that time, Black people could pool their money together and afford to buy aftermarket cars or actually buy parts and pool together as a family. So this helped fuel the Great Migration. So think about these timeframes. Now, the former Confederate states are still reeling by the loss or because of the loss of these people. And I love that for them. Now, what they are about to experience right now because of anti-immigration and anti-women bills and anti-LGBTQIA plus bills, they're going to see another mass exodus. And I love that for them because what these TikTok videos of SB 1718 are showing with these empty construction sites, it just warms my heart because they are in the find out stage after effing around with these people. And what's going to happen? They are going to cripple themselves just like they did with the Great Migration and running the Black people out. Now I am about to string together three different TikTok videos. Now, some of it is in Spanish, and I do not speak Spanish, but the video is enough. Florida is officially in the find out stage after effing around, and you keep demonizing immigrants, and immigrants are the blood of many of the industries. What do you think is going to happen? And the fact that hurricane season hasn't fully hit, the travel season hasn't completely hit, summertime hasn't fully hit, so people are not out of school. What is going to happen to these industries that run on immigrants? Who's going to pick the food for people? Even if you do not live in Florida, you will be impacted if you eat food that's picked by immigrants, if you plan on visiting Florida, if you pay attention to politics. This is important to understand what is going on. So watch these videos.
This is why you should always think about the consequences before you take action. So a friend of mine called me this morning. He owns a construction company here in Florida. And he was asking me if I was looking for some extra work. And I'm like, nah, because I did that part in my life. I did all that construction, that concrete finishing, all the lawn maintenance. I did that heavy labor for a long time. I ain't trying to do it again. But I was like, nah, I don't need no work. Why you asking? And he proceeds to tell me that all his workers stopped showing up this week. And I'm like, what you mean they stopped showing up? He said they just not coming. Now, I know, the majority of his labor is immigrants, it's Latinos and Spanish people. And I'm like, well, what would make them just, get up and leave for no reason? And, he proceeds to tell me, because I don't pay attention, to politics that much. He proceeds to tell me where there's a new bill that's passed here in Florida that severely punishes any undocumented immigrants, any undocumented migrants. And I'm like, oh, how serious? And he proceeds to tell me, like, felony serious. I'm like, oh. So them boys done got up out of here because ain't nobody trying to catch no felony. So he's like, well, what am I going to do? I'm like, well, isn't that, the people you voted for are the ones in charge that passed this bill. So I don't think you thought about the consequences of your actions before you took the necessary steps to vote for these people and anybody else that voted for these people. Because I don't know if you realize here in Florida, all that hard manual labor, working on those the farms out there, the strawberry farms and the orange groves, building these roads, construction, like all that work, we wasn't doing it. Quote unquote U.S. Citizens wasn't doing it. We wasn't out here doing all that work. That was a bunch of migrant workers, documented and undocumented. So obviously, if you proceed to target them and punish them, they gonna get up out of here. And now y'all seeing, like, if you walk past certain construction sites, if you go past certain places, these people ain't there no more. That's what I'm saying. You didn't think about the consequences of your action. But it's all right. And all these people you thought was going to return to the workforce, ain't nobody trying to do them jobs. Ain't nobody trying to be out here in the sun on no roof. But hey, that's what happens when you F around and find out. So I told him, hope you figure it out, bro. This won't be me.
It has been 3 days. 3 days. I need you to see my pores. 3 days in which my video has gone viral talking about the construction worker telling DeSantis that 300 white people, 300 white citizens need to come over and take over the job site. 3 días. Now, some of you had the audacity saying it was Cinco de Mayo. That's why it was empty. But they don't celebrate it like that. That's you guys. You colonized their holiday. That's what you did. So today is Tuesday. Yesterday is when we got to see the real deal. And oh boy, thank you for all the tags in the videos of empty job sites, of people not working because they're not there. Not only that, I have been getting message after message of how reservations are down. Somebody who works for Disney reservations, those reservations are down. He said it was scary. I know, because my business is suffering right now. For Fort Wilderness, Disney. My friend who works for the convention center, conferences are being canceled. Can you think about it? If you're from like Atlanta, Georgia, and you're having a conference down here, and you are a person of color or other, why would you come down here? Somebody said in my comment box that they should request danger pay. Canadians don't want to come down here because they said it's not safe to be in Florida. We had 201, I said 199 in my last video, but it's 201 mass shootings. Why come down here? And Florida's fight with Disney doesn't help. The fact that they were basically discriminating against transgender people doesn't help. These anti-immigration policies, so if you're coming from another state, you have a ID from another state, they can really harass you just coming down here. Why even take that chance? People are telling me that they're going to California to go to Disney. I'm not sure if that's going to help to pay for this Disney here. And you know what some of the DeSantis lovers are saying? That's good. But wait until the next fucking hurricane hit. Let a damn hurricane come or tornado to your home. Who is going to take care of it? Yeah, you have insurance that you're paying astronomical prices, right? And it's going to go up in September. But who's going to fix your roof if it gets damaged? Who's going to fix it? You going to do it? Are you going to do it? Yeah, we in a shitstorm right here in Florida. We in a shitstorm. You guys haven't realized how real this is getting. And all you have to do is thank DeSantis. And you're thinking about making him president? Surely you just, surely.
Day 1. Without Hispanic workers in Florida, empty field, empty work sites.
A esta hora, 9:30 de la mañana, esto estuviera lleno de gente, de muchos trabajadores latinos, inmigrantes, y no hay nada, señores.
No hay trabajadores. Venimos a checar a Miami, a ver si es cierto y es verdad, mira. No hay trabajadores, todo vacío.
Ahora cuénteme, miren, los que quedan están sentados. Porque mira cómo está el trabajo ahí, miren. Y los que quedan están sentados. Esos son los que tienen papeles. Los que quedan. Nunca había visto yo a una gente sentada ahí.
En Del Rey, Florida. Miren, no están los estoqueros, los que conducen las máquinas. Todo se mira desolado. Nadie quiere trabajar. Todo está parado en Florida.
Van a cerrar este trabajo por falta de personal, no lo pueden continuar.
There's like less than 20 people working today. Usually there's about 100. And it's really interesting. I'm wondering how they're going to get this project done without undocumented workers.
El trabajo hay, pero la mano de obra se fue.
Es lunes, 10:15 de la mañana. Esta tienda solía estar llena de gente comprando, sobre todo este tipo de material. Y miren, como pueden ver, ahí está completo.
Entonces lo que voy a hacer es trabajar solo, miren. Nomás yo estoy aquí.
Nadie sabe lo que tiene hasta que lo ve perdido. Miren, para que vean, ve, estoy yo subido aquí solo, nadie me está cortando, nadie está nada. Saludo a Ron de Santi y a los cubanos allá, no a todos los que están diciendo que se vayan, que no importa. Bueno, vénganse, ayúdame. Ve.